I feel deathly.
Don't we all?
Won't you look it? Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
He means heroin. Oh, yeah.
Pupil is dilated.
Okay. What's next? Okay.
Temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Measure pulse rate by counting heartbeats. Okay.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
So.
I need to.
Okay. I'm pressing A. There we go.
A weak pulse. Around 50 beats per minute.
What's a normal pulse?
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that
How did you
did this
know
to yourself.
where and what it was?
Hemlock and the Tura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
No,
Good
fine.
day, Inspector.
All good.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
Okay.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but...
Uh-huh.
As I said.
what? And they were tied together.
You are
And...
lacking in imagination. Inspector.
True.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics.
So what
Lestrade.
crime has been
I'll
committed
keep
exactly?
Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable
Finally.
to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your
I
hat.
mean, did they drown? That seems like the obvious one to go for. Do they know how to find that out yet? I don't know. Look, periods in history, completely beyond me. I don't know. Did they even know how to determine if somebody had drowned yet? Take your time. You'd finish loading, but whatever.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder.
Do you see the shadows on
Body of Sir
Watson's
Rodney
face? That was
Bentley is
fucked
still
up.
in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
I have VSync turned on, but man, is there some screen tearing.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it.
Is it because he's plump? Is that why you think?
Well, we shall see.
Wait, you say because he's not right in the head? Oh, a simpler time.
You found no murder weapon?
Wait, did that say the
No,
crime weapon?
That's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here? apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Phillips. Wait, where the fuck's Phillips gone? Oh, you're here now.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
What's making that noise? Is that wind? Where the fuck are we that the wind is that loud? At least they made the fountain stop making the noise when you're talking to people. Light wrinkles. Scissor cut. Grooms himself. Lives alone. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Stretched collar. Fastidious. Shiny buttons. Shiny. Manchester City. Hey! That's where I'm from. It's a shithole.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier
Are we on a
It took some
mountain?
time
What the
until
fuck is
room
with the
was fully
wind?
heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
So, has to have been one of them then, by the sound of it. Unless there's a secret. Yo, that's screen tearing, though. Holy shit. Anyway. Where the fuck am I? I'm turned around now after spinning everything around. This is the what?
The steam room.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, there's no steam in here at all. What the fuck?
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
Well, they won't be going home now, will they?
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
We don't want to maybe examine them a little bit. Technically, I don't think we should be allowed to do that, but that didn't stop us from opening some dude's briefcase.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
This warrants further investigation, though.
Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Generally what it's used for, yeah.
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Then why bring it in? Surely that would just make... like, wouldn't that just heat it up? Why would you even bring it in then if you weren't going to drink it in here?
Good Lord, Holmes.
So he
Death
probably
was
didn't
peculiarly
drown.
Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Not quite.
Let us forget about that.
Damn, fucking slammed that bitch, huh? Alright, so...
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
So, an ice pick, maybe?
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
He's missing his eye. Are you sure the blood shouldn't be that... Are you sure there shouldn't be that much blood? That's a pretty violent wound. Granted, some of it also looks like it's coming out of his nostril, but I mean... His brain got punctured, you know.
Death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
Damn.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
If we find somebody who had that ring, that's going to look pretty bad. Nothing else on the finger. Oh, here we go.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal
It's
lighting.
pretty bright in here. What do you
Constable, we have
mean?
finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
We
What
have
concerns me is
not
that we
talked
still
to
have
anyone.
find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Is it not kind of
I
weird
was
that those
wondering,
three are
Holmes,
in there in
it's
towels
fairly
right now?
reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
So, what do you guys have to say about this? I noticed that one of you has blood on you, so you are immediately the most suspicious.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
So, Mr. Garrow?
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Are we really not going to talk to these people?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
I couldn't care less what you're in.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Alright, well that was an illuminating step. Okay.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
Would someone like to take ownership of these?
These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Hey. Whose are these?
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Is this the murder weapon? You must be joking. There's no way this brazier is that hot to have suddenly melted this.
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
This isn't a fucking forge. Like, there's no way this melted something made of metal. Guys, be careful near the fucking brazier. I think it might be radioactive. So, where else can we go?
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can
Sounds
interrogate them
great.
there. Any objections?
No.
None, Lestrade.
Why did it ask me? Did I make a mistake? I didn't really think about it, but why did it ask me if I had any objections? I guess because I might have missed the blood. Oh, that... Exitus. Okay. And this is the... fridge?
Frigidarium.
Well, that wasn't very illuminating. This is not what I expected to see in here. What was that?
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Yo, why have you got two signs? What you got? Okay.
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Okay.
A glass plate negative is missing.
What?
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Oh, I'm glad you can tell. Alright, that's it. We're done with... Okay, we looked at one of them. Good enough.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research. I will need these at Holmes.
True. What else we got? This is mine now. This metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger. At the present moment, I am unable to determine exactly what that might be. Okay. Well... like a furnace, it looks like to me.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
This is mine now. Why did you take that? Alright, sure. Yoink, that's mine now.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Yo, my man just fucking stole an artifact for no discernible reason. I wish to organize a press conference at the Strand Lane Bats next month. 18 at 93 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology to shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event and record it favorably if we treat them well enough. I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use the special funds of the Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Mine now. There are a few among us who could claim any degree of unfamiliarity with the name of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. He is a gentleman who possesses the wealth, notoriety, and vigor to well match the finest of his ilk abound in England. His intellect is equal to his charms, as has oft been declared by the young ladies of the European aristocracy. He holds powerful connections within the Lord's chambers and carries an influence inside the political world. So he's the criminal, is what I'm picking up right now. There are those who would call him unforgiving, authoritarian, okay. Not good. We should rather say that Sir Rodney is determined and ambitious. His presence at any archaeological site can only mean success for all concerned. Now, some might call him an authoritarian, but we would call him ambitious. So those are his, these glasses look a lot like the ones we just found. Miraculous reopening for the Strand Lane Romans Baths excavation research. The research efforts were about to be halted when a survivor, or a survivor from the Roman Empire. A savior arrived in the form of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. So, I'm also picking up that my man sure does like to hear himself talked about, since all these newspapers about him are in his office. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great mystery. We pledge to update our readers with all exciting news as it develops. So I think it's Rodney. Was my thinking on that? Well, apparently he's ambitious, and everyone likes him. Those are always the evil ones.
Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Alright, that was the same voice line right there. Nice job, Frogware. Saved a bit of effort. Let's finish looking over here before we go back to the fucking volcano in the steam room. Excuse me?
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Treacherous is quite a strong word, actually, but...
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Well, we should probably just do that, you know, just in case. Because, I mean, look, that had to have gotten collapsed for some reason. There has to be some pretty damning evidence on the other side of that hallway. Alright. Back to Mount Doom to find out what the piece of metal is. Tong me. Let's go. Nice interactivity, that was worth it. Alright, let's get out of here, boys. Let's go back to Baker Street. So we got perform analysis, search archives for Sir Rodney's draft. Okay. Analysis. Oh fuck, I should have probably asked the man about that. That's a good point. Shit. We gotta go back to the baths. I didn't even think about it. That guy probably does have something to say about the champagne. Or we should at least find out if, like, he brought it in. And I'll go all the way back and I'll find out that, no, I'm not meant to talk to him about it. Hey, buddy. Oh, fuck, I never did that. But I don't think it popped up anywhere either. But now I gotta check. I forgot to use my detective vision. We got no pop-up in here anyway. Sir. The champagne.
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in
Champagne.
the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
So are you full of shit or do you actually not know? Because if you don't know, that's weird. So, no, don't turn it on. Is there a pop-up? Damn, they took their clothes. Now how will we rifle through their personal belongings? No pop-up. Alright, back to Baker Street, boys. We got some analysis to perform. It better not tell me to match any colors. I'll be upset. First, the archive. So we want Egypt. Probably. Okay. 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 1993. Can we go that high? We can. Bentcliffe's mummy. The great excavation in Assoan has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an inoculated? I don't know. Eye, and posed in an unusual position. The right hand was tensed as if reaching out for something, or to someone. The mummy was buried upright. I was just thinking, it sounds kind of like how we found the dude. She has been named the Desperate Mummy, due to her very peculiar characteristics. Nearby could be read in Latin, "By the eye he was punished, for he saw what he was not worthy." For he saw what he was not worthy. Oh, that is what it said. The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian, as some symbols found in the tomb are in common with the Mithraic mysteries.
Here
Okay.
it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
Anyway. And now... Oh, Toby! Shit! Pet the boy.
On the sofa for the 3rd time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
Alright. Metal time.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. I must take a pipette and place several drops of acid upon the samples.
Alright. Stab that bitch.
Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid.
Yes. Please stab the... Please. Oh. Oh. Stab. Or drop. Stab. Or drop.
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver. Britannia silver quality.
Okay. Dirt time. Alright. Ooh. There we go.
Selenite.
Well, at least you just told me.
White clay particles.
Got it?
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
Well, luckily, it's a very small area.
A sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Well, how convenient for us. Are we going to St. Albans? Fine. That's fine. So, do we have anything we can really do? Effective arrival. Oh, I see. Well, none of those are going to be connecting, it doesn't look like. So do we have anything else to do? Nope, we just have questions to ask now. Okay. So... do you think that guy's going to know anything about the metal? Might as well check. Oh, shit, the book. Oh, God. Oh, no. Look. Oh, there we go. Oh, my God. Pop in on a loading screen. Absolutely dreadful. Sir.
These baths are because...
Alright, didn't... wrong button. Didn't really expect you to have anything to say, but you never know. Alright, let's ask the boys. Holy shit, look outside the window. I'm not convinced by that scrolling backdrop. Oh, it's Tiny Hands. Yeah.
Mr. Holmes?
Alright.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Blinkhorn. Garrow.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
You were the one with the blood, right?
A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I'm still standing by Bentcliffe did it. Isn't he dead? And Bentcliffe could have done it still. What more artistic way to die than to pose yourself as your own mummy? Perspiration. Badly shaven. Eye bags. Dirty clothes. Protective amulet. Hamsa hand. Superstitious.
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
And what were you doing at the baths?
Having a bath.
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. It is I. I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now.
Like, do you need a minute, though? Like...
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses.
so they're
I
yours.
was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
You saw the
knife.
what now?
What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Well, what we found was silver, so...
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh.
What? Can you elaborate?
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
What? Please press him harder on that. What the fuck did that mean?
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that, or he is a good actor.
I have to be honest, I'm a little frustrated by how Holmes just lets some really weird shit just go by. Like, doesn't ask for further elaboration.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What we got? Wrinkles? No. Focused look. Attentive. Did I see his eye? Oh my god, his eyes are actually moving. I don't like that. Rusty brazier. Shabby work. Not wealthy. Recent earthwork. Callous.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
Yeah.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented.
Ambitious.
I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
I'm inclined to agree.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
I mean, it's nice of you to just openly admit you had a motive.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
That was sus.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
That was less sus. Alright, you're up,
Please
Pitkin.
escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock.
Oh, look at
Holmes.
this
I'm
asshole.
assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Well, that depends. I could just have you arrested for the murder if I wanted. So, you know, maybe fucking relax. Mouth shape. Disdain. Signet ring. Aristocratic roots. Gold chain. Cashmere waistcoat. Man of wealth. Oh, arrogant look. Okay, yeah.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
You were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. Then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Well, we're making a lot of progress on the silver front, aren't we?
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Damn, finally, some new information. Holy shit. So, Sir Rodney was lying to everyone about his work. He was working alone and secretly. An item of silver has recently been recently melted in the brazier. Yes. Look. Sometimes you just want to make sure. Alright, what now, lads? I would like to see what's behind the rubble.
Locked.
Damn. I figured I'd talk to Lestrade. Wait, anything in here?
Holmes, the coroner asked not to be disturbed.
Upsetting. Evidence? Ah, of course. Excellent.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim.
Gregory Pitkin. Manager, Roman Bath.
Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Okay. No, fuck.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself.
What is this?
File with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort-flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Okay. Let's see. To Mr. Blinkhorn. Dear sir, the interests that I represent require the situation of the baths to be changed for the better. At the present time, the frigarium excavations remain under your direction, and yet the works have not progressed. You have failed to find anything of value, and we are unable to make the frigarium accessible to the public. The frigidarium is a valuable asset in the recreation of the Roman bath experience. I urge you to complete your work within the next 2 months. You have this remaining time to conclude your archaeological research and to find yourself another workplace. Okay.
An ordinary pencil. This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room.
I'm a bit disappointed it wasn't just on somebody. So what's up with this?
I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Okay.
An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question.
I mean, superstition maybe?
An old and rather dirty coin. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest.
Well, looks like it did.
The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil.
Why can't they come in?
To
Like,
begin with,
this
a
isn't
few
that
strokes
weird
of
to
the pencil
do.
will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
Yeah. I don't know why you need to block them coming in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please. It's surprisingly picky.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
Is that not good enough?
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect...
Oh,
the
fuck
I
off.
am sure that you must, Constable.
Well,
Fuck off. The right eyeball has been burst, pierced to the hilt by a curved bladed knife. The blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone, ripping a part of the frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which, completing its trajectory in the cerebellum, caused hemorrhagic lesions. All of these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. At the upper lobe of the right lung, there is an old injury filled with an amount of mucus and chelated debris that may correspond to a chronic infection by elements likely inhaled in a burial chamber, a decaying mummy, for example, or a dried and decomposing food product intended to accompany the deceased in their grave. The remainder of the body does not appear to have been damaged. That did not really illuminate me very much.
A hand-drawn map.
Okay. So what do we do with the map? I assume the archives? Maybe not. Alright, we have to go talk to all of them again, I think. Since I didn't look at that before we spoke to them.
Please. Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
I would like you to elaborate. Can you please press these people harder?
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
Sus.
How well were your researchers progressing
Remember to stay
before Sir Rodney's
hydrated.
arrival?
Rather well.
The letter.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
But what will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Alright, so you actually had a reason for him to be alive, not dead, so...
Please escort...
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now.
So... Okay.
This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Again, you don't want to ask any further questions?
Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it.
It just downs the whole thing right in front of you.
Please... How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No. But I never liked that parasite.
Oh.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Well, no. I really wish he'd ask more questions. Why did you call him a parasite? Like, that's a weird thing to just say about somebody. So. Oh, fuck. No. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Blinkhorn's work was saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney, but at a high cost to his morale. Blinkhorn's work was saved by the arrival of Sir Rodney. He was thankful to the possibility of working together and the chance of learning from him. I mean, neither of those sound quite accurate, if I'm being honest, but I think I'd lean more towards that. I did not mean to leave that. Let's see. Why would Sir Rodney be hiding anything? Could his discovery be the motive for the crime? Find out where Sir Rodney was several days before his murder and uncover his precious secrets. That does indeed sound like a guy. Do we have to talk to all of these people again now? Because I don't really know where else we're going to find that information.
Do you have something else to add?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to
Okay,
rest.
no. Do we have anything else that connects? No, because it put me straight on that screen instead of the clues. Alright.
Mr. Holmes?
I was hoping I could ask you to remove the fucking debris that's blocking off the fridge, but I guess not.
Locked.
Okay. Back to the bath, then, I suppose. Because the guy there might know where Rodney was. You. Do you know?
All these events are
Okay.
bad for the
Can you remove the rubble? No? Okay. Can somebody please remove the rubble? I would do anything. I'll suck your dick if you want. Just please clear the hallway. I was hoping somebody would be in here and they would clear the hallway. Nobody is there. I can't notice that these blocks are still here. Right, I guess we're going to Baker Street then. Oh wait, we have a letter?
This.
Why did you make me do that? Why couldn't you just take it? The power of the Empire is going stronger day by day. As of yesterday, the Mexican consortium Caracal began serving the cause of the British Empire. This arrangement is undeniably profitable for London and England overall, and is a great achievement for our exceptional diplomatic and political community. In other news, a train has mysteriously disappeared en route to Evesham. Oh, we can actually read about the old cases. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murderer of Peter Carey was Patrick Cairns, one of Carey's former harpooners. In fact, the dangerous criminal was caught single-handedly by brave Inspector Lestrade in a hand-to-hand fight. Was he? I see. Patrick Cairns is now sentenced to death. Yep. It do be like that. Alright, so coming here also didn't actually achieve very much for me.
I can always consult with it, if needed.
So, I'm not sure who to ask next. Or maybe I missed someone at Scotland Yard. Oh, I can actually peep the body myself?
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus.
I assumed just the document was all we'd
contracted
get.
from
I didn't know I
Egyptian
could actually look at
tombs.
him.
An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
Okay. And the coroner didn't think to point out those, like, pretty nasty bruises? Like... Search the map. Oh, now I can search the map? Okay, I feel like we could have done that before then, but, you know, that's fine. Back we go.
My archive. I can always... My archive.
Wait, so where do you want me to examine the map? You wanted me to do this back here, right? Like... We found on the map at Baker Street. Oh, this?
Now we have 2 maps. We must combine them properly.
Oh, God. Oh, Christ. Oh, my God. Ah.
Watson,
There we go.
pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
Sick. Let's go. What's going on outside the window? Where are we? Watson, are we in purgatory? This doesn't look at all like what it looked like outside the window.
This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here?